that's not what happened, because the court now is reevaluating this. The court is erring on the side of caution, and people are misinterpreting that to mean that, oh, father won. See, father, she's being raped and abused. Which that's
hold on, Katie, right? Turn your pause your. I know it's hard, Katie, to do it and just focus on the chat, but yeah, turn your volume down. Welcome, Katie. Welcome.
Hi guys.
What say you, Katie? What say you about all this? I'm going to give you the floor.
Well, I mean, do you watch my channel? I have a history of going against the grain. I have a keen interest in child abuse and stories related to child abuse, but I've also always covered GoFundMe fraud. I feel like his sycophants, narcissistic abuse, parental alienation. I had somebody from her somebody connected to Kelly. I don't know who. It was under a sock account, but they basically were talking about how they had a whiteboard and they were teaching the kids with a whiteboard about what to say and how to act. And, it's I remember seeing that video and I remember thinking the way that the girl was acting in the beginning where she was shaking her head. I was like, is she acting? It didn't seem authentic in that part. I was like, it's like a movie. Cause she was like, no. And then she's running away and coming back. And I was like, this doesn't seem real. And we were talking about how kids can get a little bit bratty when they don't get their way and they don't get what they want.
Of course they can.
Yeah. And so now I'm everyone's like, you called Sophie a brat. And I'm like, can kids not get bratty? Oh, they're convincing their followers that I'm a pedophile.
Well, let them do that though. Let them.
I don't care. I'm like, dude, that's deflection. I'm the 8th person he's now accused of being a pedophile. I was a pedophile and I'm a Satan worshiper.
They've said you're a Satan worshiper?
Yes, we'll have a hate group, once you get to a certain, you might already have one because of what you do. You're profiting off of trauma and trauma's not tea and whatever they say.
To his
I call him out for being a liar and I have a channel with 130,000 subscribers.
Who is the stable parent? Who is the consistent parent? Who has stability? Who's providing structure? Who's providing normalcy? Who's providing a predictable routine? Who's providing the day-to-day stuff, the groceries, the supercurricular stuff, extracurricular stuff? Who's making sure they get to school on time? Who's making sure they get picked up from school, waiting at the bus stop when they're in a certain age group? Who is the one that is consistent, stable, working, providing an income, cleaning the toilets, providing the tacos on Tuesday? Who is that consistent parent? And who is the parent who is outside, who has chosen to be outside of that? Because I talk a lot on my channel about the nuclear family.
My son he has tons of health issues. And if he wants to play and have fun, he wants nothing to do with me. I found his bankruptcy today. I was like,
we've got that. I've got a lot more than that.
Sophie takes acting classes.
So Katie, are you going there though? Are you thinking that they're so brilliant that they planned and constructed all of this to get $250,000? Are you going there, or do you think they just dumb luck?
No, I think this was orchestrated.
So you think this was orchestrated and calculated to raise the GoFundMe money? I'm going to bring you back full circle. So you said that you really focus hard on your channel on GoFundMe fraud. Mm-hmm. Are you really, is that where you're leaning, where this was a deliberate GoFundMe fraud?
I think so. I think Courtney has an arrest from 2000 something for burglary. They both look like they could be using a stimulant of some sort.
Yes, I've said that. Yeah, I've said that.
Cocaine or meth. They both, if you look at a side by side of when they met versus how they look today, they look like they are on something.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope to God that thing gets frozen at some point. Why hasn't it been frozen?
I don't know. I mean, you're the one who covers the fraudulent GoFundMes. How do we get it frozen?
Well, I've told people that if they donated, they need to request a refund, and then they also need to.
A lot of people are, and they're panicking. This is why this Tim Foxworth has come out with this statement. If I'm gonna go with you on this being a GoFundMe scam, he got what he wanted. He got the money. He's gonna take the money and run.
That's why people have to report it. Oh my God, 10 to life. I would like to literally throw in the trash.
Well, they're paying her.
And I hope Kelly sues her ass.
I can assure you that, yeah.
I was saying, what is Courtney's role in this? What is she doing?
She's stupid.
She's on drugs.
She's a moron.
Have you received messages from children that have gone through parental alienation? I have received
I myself,
dozens of messages from people telling me that their parents did this to them.
at this time, I prefer to have faith in our legal system.
Hi guys, I'm Katie. I'm Without a Crystal Ball. This is my vlogging channel that you see, but I have Without a Crystal Ball. And some people hate me and some people love me, but this is what I do. Like I do a really good Michelle Duggar impersonation. Hey, did you, some people were like, ooh, don't talk to Kay because she blamed his wife.
No, I didn't. Well, blamed his wife? No, I investigated the marital dynamic. What am I supposed to turn a blind eye to it and not say what I see in it? I mean, what I saw in it was a very unhealthy marital dynamic. And maybe don't push someone to that. Don't push someone to their breaking point. Learn to recognize when your spouse or significant other might be stressed and strained and hitting a breaking point. I think Shanann missed a lot of red flags with Chris. She misinterpreted and missed them. And unfortunately, it ended badly for her.
Oh, see, I don't agree with you.
That's all right, which was extremely stressful for him. She did that.
You know what? Nobody has the option to murder, period. Like,
of course they don't. That's why he's in prison. I would rather people recognize that that's the worst possible option. But you don't have that discussion unless you talk about, because yes, Katie, because there's a lot of marriages like the Watts marriage going on out there. There's hundreds of thousands of them going on out there right now. Why not try to reach those people before it gets to the point of what Chris did? I see you're looking shocked. I see you're looking shocked, but why are you shocked? Men murder their wives every day. Women murder their children every day. Men murder their children every day. Why not reach them before it's late?
It's victim blaming. It's not.
It's explaining.
You literally just said that she put them into bankruptcy, and that's not a reason for murder.
She did. She was bankrupt before they got together.
So?
They were bankrupt within. What do you mean so? That's very stressful. Money.
He chose to get together with her.
He did. You're right. He did.
So
he did. He did choose. Yes. So why not reach those men before they choose? Don't get involved with a woman who's already had severe money issues. Why is that not realistic to try to reach people on that level?
I mean, I understand this is what a bad marriage can do, but I'm also saying like.
But we could say the same thing about Kelly and Michael. You don't always know what you're getting into. There's a whole lot more to the story here. The only difference between this story and the Watts story is the Watts story ended in murder. This one hasn't. This one hasn't. Thank God.
Look at one of my subscribers sent for my son. That's me changing the subject.
Yeah, because you're uncomfortable. I get it. All right, let's move on. I get it. You can ponder what I'm saying, and we can have a deeper discussion about it another night.
I don't think I want to have a discussion about the Wattses.
Then you must admit that Shanann was so stupid that she chose a horrible person, right?
Oh,
can't be. You can't have it both ways.
I stand with Godzilla.
All right.
He's going live with the Dad Challenge podcast. The Dad Challenge podcast will sometimes go live with anyone that doesn't like me, I swear.
What's Dad Challenge podcast? What's that? Do you want to know a little secret of mine, Katie? I don't watch a single YouTuber. Nobody.
I don't either. I
don't watch anyone. I listen to my own shows. I take notes on the things that I say to make sure that I can dovetail on what I've said in a previous show. I don't listen to a single other YouTuber. I've heard their names.
I don't know who TDCP talks about you all the time. I don't know what that means.
Sophie, for the reason that he.
Can I? Oh, I'm sorry.
They'll throw I believe Mike would throw Sophie under the bus so fast. And wait a minute, let me finish this because y'all are gonna only hear this on this channel.
No, I'm just.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Why is she getting like?
Yes, April, the Long Hoax. That's my group. The Long Hoax.
As this has been so amazing, and I hate to cut you short. I'm so tired.
No, you're fine.
I'm not a night owl.
Yeah, I am, and that's my handicap. It's almost midnight. Thank you so much. You have been so gracious. Thank you so much for coming in here and talking to me.
No problem. People were like, she's got a scowl on her face. And I'm like, I don't have my glasses on.
No, they were saying I have stoned. I think they were saying, see, you're reading chat and you think they're bagging you. I think they're bagging me.
So dead, right, Kay? Like, I'm getting like emotional because I have been in a 5-year, almost 6-year custody battle.
Okay, I'm out, guys.
Well,